Welcome to the Barbershop. I'm your host, Matt Horner, with my other host, or whatever, Keith. How you doing, Keith?
I'm great. It's like you always, you never know what I am.
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
What am I?
What are you?
I have huge identity issues every time I leave this
You're so
place.
confused.
I don't know if I'm a guy. I don't know if I'm a girl.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm the head of this thing or the tail.
I can tell you what you are. You're an American. 4th of July is coming up.
Yes, 2 days from now.
To celebrate this greatest country ever, and I'm okay with saying that, it is the greatest country ever. Equality for all. I mean, women are not enslaved here.
Well, some of them think they are.
Oh, they think they are. But my wife can tell me really quick what to do, and sometimes I have to say, yes, ma'am, and I'll go do it.
Yeah. The greatest country that's ever existed.
Yeah. I love 4th of July. One of my favorite holidays. Probably in the top 3. I love Thanksgiving. And second is tied with 4th of July and Halloween and Christmas and Easter and all these other things. So
You just put 4 holidays into your second favorite
so I don't
category.
know. Every time I know what my favorite is. Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
It's your favorite holiday.
Yeah. But second is 4th of July and maybe the rest of them. Yeah. But
What do
you remember
love?
as a kid at 4th of July and all the fun things you used to go do? Did you have like a tradition, a family tradition?
You know, we did things. We didn't have a tradition per se. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, 4th of July has always been fun.
I always like giving discounts when I can to military in the barbershop
Okay.
this week.
Yeah, that's cool.
Especially Veterans Day, Memorial Day, but any patriotic day, I immediately go to the military because without them and their blood and sacrifice, we couldn't be doing this show right now.
No, we could
We'd
not.
probably be doing it like in Nazi Germany or something, like speaking Russian.
We've been doing it, yeah, war prison.
Yeah. And it'd be like Morse code, tap, 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 dash, tap, tap, tap.
Yeah, I was in Indiana this weekend.
Yeah.
Went to a local Walmart. Mm-hmm. Guy there named Jess, an older gentleman. Mm-hmm. And I asked him if, Jess was short for something or what, and he told me no. He was, he got it from his grandpa. And anyway, we got to talking, and I asked him if he was in the military. I always like to ask older people if they were in the military.
Yeah.
Because I want to say...
Because they might have killed somebody.
No.
Oh.
Because
That's kind of why I like,
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me too. That's me
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Were you in Vietnam? Did you kill anybody?
So I got talking to Jess,
Yeah.
and he was in Vietnam. He was in the Navy from 68 to 72 or 67 to 71. So he was in the thick of it.
Yeah.
And he worked on an aircraft carrier on the flight deck and also as a mechanic, and just a real cool guy. And to me, 4th of July is about all veterans, but also it's about Jess this year.
Yeah. I love 4th of July. Some of the things as a kid when I think about 4th of July, I just think about all the fun times we've had. But we'd always watch the fireworks show in the evening. As I got older and I could smuggle fireworks,
Okay.
I immediately, started experimenting my explosive background. And
Is that a reference to your parents?
yeah, well, that's like find an anthill, put a black cat in it,
Okay.
and bye-bye ants, and a lot of mud and fireworks because it could compact. Like back then I'd watch war movies and they'd always have plastic explosives.
Uh-huh.
So as a kid I'd be like, hand me that M60, I got some mud. Pack it up against like a little brush and I'm going to blow that trunk right off. No, it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
If you packed a firecracker in mud, would it even explode?
Yeah.
Okay, but an
You gotta do it
M80,
right,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, it would have to be a bigger one.
I did blow out a toilet once because of a Bart Simpson show.
Nice.
I thought, well, it was an M80 or M60, I forget which ones. And, they would light underwater. I found this out through my dad's cow trough. You could light it, and it would still light underwater, and it'd go boop. And then, the little minnows would float up to the top
Okay,
of the cow trough, little fish.
that's cool.
I thought, man, that is so cool. And so we lit it and flushed it, and it was right in that P-trap of that porcelain toilet. Blew the backside of that porcelain toilet out.
Was it in a house?
Yeah. My buddy's apartment. I'd like to say I did this when I was 10. I was more like 20.
It was like last year.
Yeah, like we got to turn it off that valve quick. Anyway, we fixed it that day. You know when you're little, like 20, and you blow something up and you think, oh, we got to get this fixed right away. That was kind of that type thing.
Oh, so you're like immediately left for the hardware store.
Yeah, I went. So anyway, I started doing this with my kids now. So we went to the fireworks, store and stand. Yeah, in Texas. Those who don't live in Texas, you can't just get fireworks throughout the year. I've been to other states, and you go like to the Walmart, and there's Roman candles there on the shelf. Here in Texas, Walmart and the grocery stores don't sell fireworks. It's always at some little mom and pop stand. And so we went and bought some. Already went through them all today. We went through the last of them last night.
Oh, wow.
And probably have to go get some more later.
So you're not celebrating. I know there was a lot of confusion about when to celebrate this year because the 4th is on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
So you celebrate it on Sunday.
I celebrate it starting Friday. We'll probably go till Friday. It's a week-long deal. Nothing but hamburgers and brats and hot dogs.
Yeah.
And one of the greatest sports ever, the championship, is on the 4th of July. Do you know what that is?
Lacrosse?
It is the Super Bowl of this event. It is
soccer?
The hot dog, national hot dog eating competition.
Only you would know that.
Yeah. And there's this little skinny ass dude who can and they call it like bun, wiener, and bun. Like they got an acronym for it, whatever. BWB. That means you got to eat the whole thing. He can eat 68
hot dogs.
68 hot dogs and some crazy number. And there's a league of hot dog eating, and it is on the 4th of July, the Super Bowl. And this skinny little dude is like the LeBron of that. Like he's won several times.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
And it's funny, you get up there and I've been a part of a few hot dog eating contests. We've had them here in Cisco. The fire department has put them on a few times.
Okay.
And you think, oh yeah.
Did you guys do bun or no bun?
We did bun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you look at him and you think, man, that big guy, he's gonna nail it. Mm-mm. It's always those little skinny guys that can just
put it away.
Them down. Mm-hmm. Huh. There's been a few female national champions too.
Really?
Yeah. So that's surprising too, because you just think of men as eaters. Mm-hmm. But I don't think anybody keeps 68 hot dogs down. They get them down, but do they keep them down?
Yeah, I don't know, but I've seen some women eaters before.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, I have too.
That's your line.
Yeah.
I stole your line. But I could tell you weren't going to get there, so I just gave it to you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. But anyway, Nathan's Hot Dogs.
No, they're the sponsor?
They're the sponsor this year.
That's cool.
They kind of rotate with Oscar Mayer and other people.
I used to work at Oscar Mayer Wieners.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was a janitor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They called you okay. Janitor wiener.
Sausage sweeper?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You don't want no hairs in that vat. So you got to, roaches and all that. You got to have a good janitorial service at a hot dog. Because if it falls in the vat, it's in the weenie.
There's no recovery.
No recovery. Was it like a factory you worked at?
Yeah, it was it was in Columbia, Missouri. It was one of Oscar Mayer's only hot dog producing facilities called Columbia Foods. Mm-hmm. And we cleaned the break rooms and the offices. We didn't really, we did go into the warehouse from time to time, but not to clean.
Yeah, so 4th of July is exciting. I love certain movies. I always love watching The Patriot with Mel Gibson. Man,
yes.
That came out, I watched that on the 4th of July when I was right out of high school, or might have been a senior. But I was ready for military service, that age. Mm-hmm. And if there would have been any recruiter out that door and they just said, sign here. I mean, if I would have been a recruiter, if there's a good patriotic movie that comes out, those recruiters just need to set up a table outside this movie theater, and then these young guys that just walk out that just watch American Sniper or some awesome war movie. They're just walking out all jacked up. They're like, yeah, man, I'm going to be a Marine. And, they just sign themselves away. That'd be a good tactic, I think.
That would be a good tactic. I wonder if there's a law against that.
I don't know. But I could have signed up. I mean, that moment I watched The Patriot with Mel Gibson, loved it.
It's a killer movie.
Yeah, I love the aim small, miss small. That's what he told his boys when shooting guns. So I always shoot guns, too, during the 4th of July week.
Did you get your rifles warmed up?
Mm-hmm. I think it's like all countries when they celebrate, you got to, take your AK and shoot it a round off in the air. Mainly a clip, just...
I'm not going to ask you if you have an AK.
I mean, so...
Did you see that meme?
You got to drink Budweiser, American beer. So...
American beer.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the meme that said, speaking of when we celebrate, it's like, do I celebrate on Sunday? Do I drink on Sunday? Do I drink on Wednesday? Do I drink next Sunday? Do I drink all week? What do I do? It's pretty funny.
So a lot of people probably just taking off a few days.
So Budweiser.
Yeah.
That's the American beer.
I think so. It always has that red, white, and blue, like Bud Light's blue and white. And I saw American flag. You see American flags made out of everything.
Sure.
And so I saw a Budweiser American flag quilt out of Budweiser cans. It was like something you'd hang on the wall.
That could get a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it was really cool because the red, white, and blue, you could see they took the white out of the silver, the white out of Budweiser and Bud Light, and then the blue and the red.
That sounds cool.
It was really cool. They flattened the cans and cut them with tin snaps and, riveted it all together.
Yeah.
It was a cool piece of art.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
The Budweiser has the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
They used to, one of their holding facilities was right near where I lived in Missouri. Mm-hmm. Beautiful horses.
They are cool horses.
Yeah.
I mean, if the time was coming to the end or we were to have out in a pop, I would want some Clydesdales or some Persian type horses.
They're so cool.
Yeah.
Was it just me or did I not see a Clydesdale commercial at the Super Bowl?
I didn't see one this year. They need to bring it back. And remember, they used to fight too. Budweiser and Bud Light would have a game. And
the Clydesdales would line up. Totally cool commercials.
They were cool. Remember them kicking the field goal?
Yeah, and I don't remember anything like that recently.
Well, we had crappy commercials this year.
That's right.
Remember, we had the wall. Yeah, I remember that.
The wall.
A lumber company had the wall. That was a political commercial.
Yeah.
Hated it.
So you are celebrating on Wednesday also.
Yep, Wednesday. I have family coming over. Going to have potato salad, hamburgers, and hot dogs. I think you should have American food on an American holiday.
Okay.
I mean, don't bring no pizza. I mean, I like pizza, but that's Italian. No burritos, no nachos.
I love that the United States gets hot dogs to, their name of claim.
Yeah, I mean, why don't we have
some claim to fame,
like really something famous? Like the French have the croissant
or French fries.
Or French fries. I call them freedom fries now.
Or baguettes.
Baguettes, yeah.
What do the English have? What is their thing? Tea?
Spotted dick. That won't wash off. Yep. Well, let's see. English muffins.
I can hear Tim laughing in the other room.
English muffins.
Yes, thank you. English muffins.
Yeah, tea.
What is spotted dick?
I've seen it only on movies. And they had it one time in a cruise ship I was at. But
did you try it?
No, I mean, who would? Yeah. It's something that came from the red light district, it sounds like.
The questionable side of life.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So hot dogs, chips.
Hot dogs, chips, potato chips.
Potatoes.
Think of the most... I think ice cream... Is ice cream American?
We should definitely
claim it. Yeah. I mean, we're the most powerful.
American ice cream is American.
Yeah. Anything with the word atomic is ours. Because we created the A-bomb. So.
From German scientists.
Yeah. Treat them better. They wouldn't have been jumping ship, but you start trapping people in boxes and gassing them, they kind of want to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So anything atomic.
Yeah. Anyway, so you got to have good food. So chips, steaks,
Yeah.
definitely steaks, brisket, barbecue.
So you got a whole bunch of people coming over.
Yeah, family.
The thing about the fireworks that kills me is how much they cost.
I know, man. I like $20 was just like little kid stuff for me, and that's all we've been doing with the little boys right now. Little spinners and fountains and black cats and poppers and
Do you ever
sparklers.
do those little tanks? You light the rear end.
We did 2 tanks.
That's
already
cool.
done. Yeah, they kind of move.
Yeah.
So I've been watering the yard excessively all week, so fire hazard is.
Yeah, because I read that there's some fires around here. Was that from 4th of July?
There's been some big fires. We're in a dry year this year. There's technically burn bans on.
So was it from the 4th of July? Do you know?
No, I don't think so. But there was like 1,200 acres north of town that caught on fire, and about 1,000 acres down there by where I live.
Wow.
So, got to be careful with fireworks.
For sure. If you're living on this side of the world.
I've caught a few. When I was in high school, I caught a grass fire. Pretty big. And
that's what prompted you to become a firefighter.
Yeah, it was so awesome that
Here's Matt out there stomping around, probably in his Crocs.
Yeah, in fact, I got to go to fire meeting tonight to talk about, the 4th of July stuff, just to be ready.
Are you on a volunteer fire department?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where?
Gorman.
Did you just recently get on there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
They needed a few good, mediocre men.
Middle-aged.
Middle-aged.
A little more on the heavy side.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, get ready for burn season.
Do you have a new shirt?
No, it's not a new shirt.
I like this one.
Mm-hmm. I like it too.
Button snaps.
Yeah, yeah.
Plaid.
You always should wear pearl snaps. It's clothing art. So how about American flag clothing? And is there ever a point where you think it's disrespectful to do certain things? I saw a guy at the gas station today with the American flag tied to his truck.
Okay.
I've seen it as a drape or on the back window of a truck. People put it on as clothing like a shirt. I mean, and people I was hanging out the American flag at the barbershop. I didn't put a light on it at nighttime. Well, I had people come in and say, "Hey, you need to put the flag up if you're not going to put a light on it at night." So people get sensitive about how you do the flag.
Sure.
I know some old men that if they see an American flag clothing, it irritates them.
Yeah. Well, there's no escaping that now.
Yeah.
Because it's everywhere and it's definitely trendy.
Yeah.
On 4th of July.
Mm-hmm. And then now you see an American flag not being red, white, and blue. Like the firefighter has their own kind of version of the American flag with the red stripe.
Okay.
And then the police officer has like a gray, black American flag with the blue stripe.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're seeing these versions of American flag that are like American police, American firefighters.
I'm fine with it.
I'm okay with all of it.
Yeah.
Any way you want to, if you want to tattoo it, however, some people don't like the direction. I saw a T-shirt where the flag wasn't turned the right way.
Okay.
So there's, all this flag etiquette.
Weird.
Like the flag's supposed to always be advancing, but if it's turned the other way, it means it's retreating. And so a lot of people who do iron-on patches and things, they're not paying attention to the way they're putting on a flag.
Uh-huh. So yeah, because if you're a flag bearer in like the war,
yeah,
the pole you were holding would have had the stars side attached.
Yeah,
so it's advancing that way.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
So anyway, there's all this, when you think about the 4th, how do you decorate and stuff like that?
My wife is a huge fan of 4th of July. She loves the holiday.
I love it too. Yeah. I mean,
but we do have a hard time buying fireworks because I can't stomach the cost.
I know. I've dropped a few $100 and.
Oh, easy. If you're going to do anything worth watching for 5 minutes, you're dropping a couple $100.
Yeah.
We had this one guy who was a pyrotechnician.
Yep.
In Colombia, and we got invited to his private fireworks show a couple times, and he choreographed it with music.
Oh, wow.
And it was over 30 minutes long, and he spent thousands and thousands of dollars, like $50,000.
Wow.
for his fireworks show, and it was hands down the best fireworks show I've ever seen. Ruben will tell you that Milwaukee has one of the best fireworks shows ever. But we do like going to fireworks shows. Do you do that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, go to fireworks shows. But normally on 4th of July, I'm one of them dummies who spend money and buy a lot of fireworks and we shoot them off. But this year it's so dry that the ones that really catch fire are the big ones.
Because they fall all the way to the ground.
They fall sometimes to the ground. Little sparks do. So I think we'll go somewhere, maybe. I'm going to buy like Roman candles and small aerial things that I feel comfortable that I can see where they land.
Yeah.
And make sure they don't start a fire. But you got to be careful, even on the small things. I once caught the inside of my Dodge Charger on fire with a Roman candle. So all of it can get you.
Were you and your buddies the dumb ones that shot bottle rockets at each other and stuff?
We were having a Roman candle war.
Yeah.
And I ran in my vehicle for a bunker, but my buddy kept shooting me, and that upholstery is flammable.
So annoying.
Yeah, I was like, man, you're so uncool, patting it out. Like, man, this is not cool. Look like when you ever been in a bad smoker's vehicle that he smokes and he like burns into his upholstery?
Yeah, little burn marks everywhere.
Yeah, just imagine it like a lot worse. That's what
Take
it's like.
that times 20.
Yeah.
That's funny.
My buddy was too dumb at the time to realize he was hurting my vehicle. He just kept unloading on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm yelling like, ah! And he thinks it's funny, and he just, and there they are.
I'm a rather cautious person, I'll admit, when it comes to 4th of July. So I'm a little overprotective. I don't know what it is, but...
It's good. I mean, I've seen, hands that have really gotten hurt. There's a lot of great videos on YouTube about guys who won't let go of that firecracker.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, have you ever had a black cat blow up in your hand?
No.
Oh, it's a throbbing that you won't forget. I've had a few. Because you hold them just at the right minute and then you toss them.
Toss them.
Yeah.
And it's like we're putting a lot of trust in the firework manufacturing industry.
Yeah, it's done in some sweatshop overseas that's...
Not sure how committed to quality control these people are.
I don't know.
Because we were doing a firework one time, and the thing, it like didn't go as high maybe as it's supposed to,
Yeah.
and so it was just sort of showering down over top of you. Everybody's ducking and dodging.
Yeah, and even little kids, like last night, my little boys, we talk about me wearing Crocs all the time. We were all wearing Crocs shooting fireworks last night. And Eli had a sparkler, and he's writing his name in the air.
Sure.
Little, whatever you want to call it, spark from the sparkler falls on it to his foot with the Croc. Mm-hmm. Thankfully, he had socked up with the Croc, like you should. But it still got him.
Were they leather socks?
Oh, it should have been, right?
Yeah. So if burned through the sock?
Yep. So fireworks can even get you the small ones like the sparklers, things like that.
You need to be careful.
Yeah, you always see a little kid like riding up real high, and he's looking at the sparklers that are flying down on his face. You're just thinking, what do we do? But 4th of July is that great holiday where it's like, we're just going to have fun and let the chips fall where they fall.
Toughen up.
Toughen up. Go swim. I'll check on you in 6 hours.
Yeah.
You get sunburn on the 4th of July. You get hot. A lot of fun events like that. And we have a little gun range at my place. So America, one of the greatest rights is we get to bear arms, and we get to, practice that freedom.
Yeah, that's cool. Speaking of guns, I went and looked at an assault rifle. Mm-hmm. Amanda was going to the Vanity Fair. Mm-hmm. So I slipped into another sporting goods store. Mm-hmm. Got to see some really cool guns. Because I've never actually owned an assault rifle.
Yeah.
And so he was giving me an education. This younger guy was. It was pretty cool.
There's a lot of things, it's great for home defense, but it's a great hunting gun. And I shot my deer with my .223.
Really?
This year. And everybody thinks it's just for, killing people, what you hear the left say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what gun can't kill somebody?
It's a good point, man. A great point.
Yeah, it's not just an assault gun. But anyway, that's sidetracking on a point.
Yes.
But you can really trick them out, put, lasers on them and scopes. And
yeah, I was The one I was looking at was like $2,000.
You're on the high end right there.
Yeah. I always typically like the high end, like,
Yeah.
so give me the prices,
Yeah.
well, the one you like is the most expensive one you can buy.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. What's your finance options?
It was an Israeli manufacturing company.
Oh, yeah. You got to love them. Yeah. Those Israeli, because they're in such a tough environment, and they're known for high-quality manufactured goods.
Yeah. It seemed like it. Mm-hmm. It looked like it was very well made.
I mean, the sand I hear blows around there, so their stuff gets dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Being in the desert.
Yeah, sand blows around here, too.
Yeah. But like there, it's like bad sand.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's always fun. Shooting some sporting clays is good.
Do you listen to the band America?
Oh, yeah.
On 4th of July?
No.
I've been to the desert on a horse with no name.
Oh. No, I like
I've never heard that.
Like country patriotic songs.
Okay.
Like
I'm proud
to be an American. Oh, yeah, that's me, buddy. I start getting all emotional and,
There was a country song about September 11th, too. Like, do you remember?
That's
or have
Alan
you forgotten?
Jackson. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that one, too. There's just a lot of good ones. Brad Paisley has a lot of good ones that are just...
Yeah. Sort of a, Born in the USA or...
that one was a good one.
Yeah. Rocking in the USA.
So we definitely have some good American tunes during the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to be an American. I mean, I stop and think about it. We got the greatest country in the world. And I know that's just... Thank you. I mean, we can shoot guns. We can buy fireworks. We can have hot dogs. We can have steaks.
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Thanks to Trump.
Thanks to Trump. Everybody wants to come here. Yeah. They do want to come here, though. I mean, it ain't like, everybody's like, it's not like Iran and Afghanistan is like saying, what are we going to do about this immigration problem? They're kind of having the exact opposite. They're kind of like, everybody's leaving. There's lots of countries out there that they have a population loss.
Yeah.
Syria, Turkey,
So I met some guys this weekend from Burma, which is over by India.
Yeah, it's
a lot of refugees
Nepal
coming out of
that area.
Burma.
Oh, that's over there by India, yeah, by the Vietnam, Cambodia.
Yeah. So they're saying that there's a lot of refugees seeking refugee visas. These guys had visas.
Yeah.
And anyway, just great young men. Mm-hmm. And they've got families, in Indianapolis and trying to make a life for themselves because, Burma's plagued with civil war and violence.
We got great schools. We got great health care. I am a son of a industrial mechanic and a teacher's aide at the school.
Cool.
And I have made a great life for myself.
Yeah.
And I'm just a simple story amongst millions in America who come from simple people who can become billionaires, presidents. I mean, Obama came from a simple family and became president of the United States.
Yep.
Bill Clinton came from a simple family and became president of the United States.
Did I tell you I saw him the other day?
You saw Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Austin.
Were you at Hooters?
Twin Peaks, actually.
Twin Peaks. Anyway.
Yeah, he was in Austin in his SUV.
Okay.
Scoping out a place on Main Street there to Congress Avenue. I think it's Congressional Avenue or something like that. And he was kind of scoping out a place to eat. We saw him in the SUV. I was literally 10 feet from him, waved at him. He waved back.
That's cool. Yeah.
So I'd never seen Bill in real life.
Yeah. Too bad you didn't see how tall. It's funny because you see people that are famous and you see them in real life, and somehow TV does make you larger, And I've seen like some of the musicians, and you think, man, them people, I don't know, he looks at least 6'6", 6'4", and then you see him like, oh yeah, he was 5'4". I was like, Randy Travis was one of those guys. I'd always liked him as a country musician. Then I saw him in real life, and I was like, oh my gosh,
he's not tall.
No, he's not tall. He has heels on his cowboy boots that are like 6 inches. And he was still short, Well,
what I could do with an extra 6 inches.
Yeah, that's what she said. Anyway, it is the barbershop.
I left it wide open for you.
You did. Yeah. So.
All right.
Anyway.
Does Sarah like 4th of July?
Oh, yeah. We love it. We're going to have potato salad. She could have her family over. She's a big gun. She's more into guns than I am. So.
Really? Nothing like a gun-toting, patriotic woman.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who was that girl that got in trouble the other day for posting on Instagram for shooting her gun or whatever? It's like a famous person.
I don't know.
You know. These guys go nuts when they see that stuff.
Yeah. Yep.
Patriotic women.
Yeah.
You know, doing their thing.
Yep. So you'd have
it's pretty sexy seeing a girl with a gun.
Yeah, remember when Sarah Palin was running for vice president?
Yep.
They had her in this American flag bikini with AKs.
I did not see that.
It was yes, I would love her.
I probably was like, divert your eyes, divert your eyes.
Yeah, it was totally not right, but it didn't look very presidential. No, but
That's funny.
It was funny though. I mean, men do love guns and trucks and 4th of July and things that go boom. I think Americans do, not just men. Americans do, and people do. You know, what can you imagine the best fireworks though? Is out there in the desert of New Mexico when they were shooting off that A-bomb for the first time. I mean, that is the firework of all fireworks. Is an atomic bomb going off in the distance.
Man.
And you're the very first time. You're just sitting there I wonder what this is going to be like. Is it going to be like a black cat? Is it going to be like an artillery shell? And, man, they go, put these goggles on because it could blind you, this flash.
That's crazy to think about.
You see the flash. 10 seconds later, you feel this thrust of wind coming against you. You know what I'm saying?
And the concussion.
You know. And your ears are popping, and you're thinking, whoa. And you know what they said? We need to test that some more.
Yeah, we need to do that some more. That's every man.
That's every man.
You knew there was men involved.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Hey, boys, let's do that again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a lot of power.
That was a lot of
And
power.
I was thinking about this one year, the amount of engineering that goes into a good firework. How does it work?
You know, I've seen, I've been to the Rangers game, baseball game. That's fun, something fun to go to. It's a baseball game on the 4th. But you see great fireworks shows. And the most recent one's the Super Bowl in Houston. Was it 2 years ago? They had the American flag fireworks on the background.
Yeah.
At halftime. But it wasn't fireworks. It looked just like fireworks. You know what it was? 50,000 small miniature drones.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And they all kind of went up like a firework and then formed an American flag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But they can do some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the fireworks go up and they fizzle and then they swirl and yeah, it's just really cool because the timing of it all and
And when you hear it with music,
it's unbelievable.
I've been in a big park and they had the local orchestra playing. I mean, and orchestra music with fireworks is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's just awesome.
Very impactful.
So that's always like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Screams America.
Yep. I don't think of anybody I don't know much about music, but when I think of orchestra music, I think of Europeans. But yeah, does scream America. Yeah. But we are a country made up of everybody.
Specifically Europeans.
Specifically Europeans. So we're kind of a melting pot of the world.
That's right.
So
it's cool to see other people from other nationalities get excited about 4th of July.
yeah, I love seeing another nationality that's holding the American flag, that they're proud to be an immigrant and to be here.
Yes.
A Chinese person or a person from Eastern Europe or wherever.
Mm-hmm. So you blew up a toilet. What else have you blown up?
Yeah. Lots of fun things, washer and dryers, and
Hey, what's that? Oh,
we did blow up some dead pigs. They were
Yeah.
already dead, but we blew them up.
Ew.
Yeah.
With M80s or what?
Tannerite. which is the redneck explosive target firework. So
That sounds kind of gross.
and that was with the Boy Scouts. We did that, which the Boy Scouts probably wouldn't be proud of what we were doing. But
How old were you?
at this time, I was a volunteer.
So you're a grown man.
As a grown man, my brother-in-law had his machine gun license. So we had a German Maxim machine gun, which that's like the water-cooled machine gun.
Okay.
And we had a 9mm Uzi.
Wow.
And we set those up on tripods so the kids can't just because with little boys, they like to turn and talk to you.
Yeah.
And when they turn and talk to you with a 9mm Uzi, you're just like, that's not cool.
That's not cool at all.
So we set it up where they couldn't, and they would get to, everybody had one clip. So the German Maxim machine gun is a belt, like you see Rambo,
Okay.
and it holds 100 rounds.
Wow.
And then the Uzi had 30-round clip.
Cool.
And then they'd all practice. We had targets, and the grand finale was we put this explosive target, and we'd caught some wild pigs that we'd killed that were tearing up some crops down at the bank. And at the grand finale, we blew them up.
That's awesome.
And it literally was like raining bacon. I mean, just pieces everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Which really taught me, wow, I mean, a pig's tougher than a human body. So, I mean, the explosiveness of that would have killed
Sure.
something. So,
Yeah, man. That sounds cool.
it was crazy.
Okay, so any advice for...
Fireworks, look out for your audience.
Yes.
Look out for dry material. Don't hold it too long in your hand. And have a phone nearby.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
What did we do without cell phones
I
before?
don't know. It got worse
Yeah.
really quick. But with that, have a great American 4th of July and celebrate it. And don't forget your tip your barbers. This is the Barbershop Show.
This is the Barbershop.